everybody, and welcome to another episode of Allegedly Credible. I'm Danielle, aka Lady Faye, and this is
Mellow_Supremo.
And as you already know, if you haven't listened already, we are two friends giving our thoughts and opinions based on our personal life experiences and what we've learned through life, what we've learned so far. Our disclaimer is our thoughts or views, we're always constantly changing and evolving. We like growth, so that's what we do here. And we're not experts. We don't claim to be. We won't always agree with each other, and that is okay. You guys can take the advice you need, do whatever you want with it. You're free to think however you want. You know, we're not controlling people, kind of. So,
speaking of control, talk about this topic today.
Our topic today is
mommy guilt and
Yes.
how Mel is failing at life.
Mel feels like she is failing as a mom. No, she Mel's a good mom. She's
You know what? I take that as a compliment. I mean, I have to, because I didn't want to have kids.
She really didn't.
I didn't want to have kids. I basically helped raise my brother and sister. My sister, shout out to you, Josie. She is 12 years younger than me, and shout out to my little brother Trent, who is 17 years younger than me.
Wow.
Yeah, so I essentially had to raise them for a good part of my young adult life. Lots of people thought that me and Taryn were parents before we were thought about having kids or thought about having a stable relationship. But yeah, like, and now I had my first kid at 28, and I had my second kid at 31, and if that's God's way of punishing me, no, it's been a great journey.
That doesn't look so convincing. Look at your face. She doesn't look. I feel like
it's been an interesting. Okay.
So do you feel like you had to like convince yourself to be like, I'm gonna be a great mom. I'm gonna be good.
Hell
like,
no,
you know
I
what
don't
I'm
be
saying?
thinking
like,
that at all.
No, how do you deal with like not wanting kids? Now it's like, okay, now I have them.
Okay. So it
Was that a hard transition?
The transition was hard because, you know, I've seen my mom isn't the most nurturing person.
Okay.
My mom's like a great person. Just my mom's not the typical like Martha Stewart, like, I'm gonna go and make you an after school snack. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My mom's just like, you know where the food's at. I'm like, okay, ma, gotcha. So going from that environment to now making it my own, that was a hard transition because I'm very big on traditions.
Okay.
So, but I know that not all the traditions that I grew up with were the best.
Right.
But I don't know how to be a mom any other way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I don't, because I don't have kids, so I don't know.
Okay, so like, there's some things I wanted to adapt, but there was other things that like I needed to go and break myself out of. Like, what's another thing? Like, okay, education wise,
Right.
I started teaching my kid how to talk at a very early age. Like, a lot of people, like, they do like the Goo Goo Gagas and they just rely on the nursery rhymes. Like, yeah, I relied on the nursery rhymes, but every single time I tried to incorporate like real life things. Like, I'm not gonna sing Rockabye Baby to rock my kid to sleep. I was literally singing ABCs and 1, 2, 3s to try to calm him down. And then by the time that she started talking and understand what I'm talking about, she knew the ABCs before kids knew how to talk.
Right.
And
okay.
so like I'm just gonna like get that started. And like potty training. That was
you started
that
potty
was my
training super
crowning
early.
achievement. I started teaching my kid how to potty train at 8 months. As if you know how to sit down without me holding you, like, if you can sit down by yourself, you can sit on this toilet because I am not paying for these gosh darn diapers. My parenting style is you gotta fit with me. Like, you wanna hang with me, we gonna like, I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to make you dependent on me forever, because like I said in the last episode, I can't stand attention whores. And babies require too much of your attention. So you gotta get in where you fit in, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you though, like, I was concerned about you becoming my mom because
Me too.
you were just very, like, you're very, like, carefree, very added, like,
I'm not one of those people that's gonna leave my child in the car.
no. Like, but I'm saying, like, back then, I feel like the difference between, like, yeah, you raised it, like, your brother and sister, but they were still your brother and sister. I think there was, like, a line with that.
Yeah.
And then, like, for you having your own kids, I always thought, like, I don't know, I just always.
What was the
didn't
worst
necessarily
thing that
see
you were gonna think? What was the
to
worst?
think.
What was the worst thing that you thought was gonna happen with me? With me and my kid?
I don't know, like, I can see you leaving him somewhere. I don't know why. Well, at the time, I could see you leaving him somewhere.
How early was this? Like, when I first told you I was pregnant?
Before.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
anytime kids are brought up, I'm like, yeah, I definitely can see, I don't see Mel with kids. Like,
Yeah.
it was just very hard for me because of how, like, free-spirited you were. And then, like, to me, you're, like, a big, giant kid.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just kind of like, how would she even navigate with another kid? Like,
I
you
didn't
know?
want to share my life with something that would literally take me away from my life.
Right.
And it wasn't until I considered it. Once I found the person that was just like, yo, this is the one that I'm going to share my life with, I consider sharing my seed and passing on this legacy. Like, yeah, I guess that would be a good idea. Boop. You're pregnant. Oh, really? Like, what does that even mean? And then, like, the pregnancy happened, and that was a whole nother thing. I was like, I didn't know it was going to be like this. I didn't know I was going to shit myself. Mom, why didn't you tell me? I knew I was going to pee myself, but shit myself? I didn't even get to the delivery room yet. Yeah, everything's just, I didn't know what to tell you, Belle. Well, dang, Mom. And this is the kind of things I'm talking about. Like, going from that environment that my mom was just like, you know what? You got it, girl. You do you. And I'm just like, huh? And now I have to make sure that this kid is going to be able to make it in whatever this life is.
Right. That's true.
And that's a lot of pressure. And my mommy guilt comes from, am I doing enough? Because I was, and I still am, that free-spirited, like, kind of person. Like, wait! But then I have to reel myself back and just like, oh, wait, there's people behind me. I gotta hold their hands when I'm crossing the parking lot.
Right. Because you still do things to this day where I'm like, Mel, like, you shouldn't even be doing that. And then us,
They'll be fine.
They'll be fine.
They'll be
well,
fine.
not with them per se, but like you yourself. Like, I'll be like, Mel, why are you standing on this?
On the couch.
Why are you standing on this couch?
It looked fun.
It looked fun, and I'm like,
it looked.
And
fun.
then you wonder why your kids act the way that they act because
I wonder why they act the way that they act because I'm tired. I'm tired, and I don't want to have to like. Let me go get. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
They always be making me do so. Like, let me get up. Stop taking me out of my seat, yo.
So, like, okay, so you recently like went back to work after having your second baby. How do you feel like that transition happened? Like, so the first time you went back to work after you're having your first child versus like
that was
going
hard.
to the second child. Okay.
The first time, I was oddly connected to my kid at that time, because I just was scared. I think I was just reacting in a fear-based thing, like, Go and tell the story about when you tried to separate me from my child.
Oh my God.
Daniel tried, literally tried to make me abandon my child.
So, like, this is after the first child. This wasn't, like, too long after. And, you know, she just wasn't herself. Like,
I wasn't.
She wasn't herself. I felt like she was, like, going through, like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to call it postpartum, but it was something.
Yeah.
And, I was just like, girl, like, let me take you out. Let's go eat dinner. Let's, like, get our nails done. Let's do something. Let me take you out. Like, you know, whatever. Like, without the baby. This girl almost had, like, a whole mental breakdown. Like,
and it was for good reason. No. It was for good reason. Was it? No, I wasn't correct in that.
No.
It was fine.
It was fine. Everything worked out. It all worked out. See, it was just like, I'm like, well, her dad's home. And she's like, well, I don't know, like, was she's hungry? What if I didn't pump enough? What if I didn't do this? And
what if she's not wearing enough layers?
Yeah, what if she's not wearing enough layers? What if she gets too cold? Is he gonna know to put, like, you know, stuff on? And this was, like, the first time you were ever away from her. And I was like, listen, no, like, you're gonna have to start something because you go back to work soon. So this is gonna like a test.
I'm getting a headache.
Yeah, and I was like, it was only gonna be like an hour. No,
I'm getting a headache now.
Wow, just thinking back on it.
Yeah, like,
wow.
Oh God, I feel like I'm gonna throw up, Danielle.
Oh my God,
like, I don't feel well. Oh God.
It went back from that time. See, that's how bad it was. Like, I just remember, like, she's thinking back to it, and I just remember just like, I think we didn't end up eating dinner. I think we did go get the nails done, but we didn't. We didn't.
I think it was closed.
Oh yeah, we did end up not going.
We got all the way there just for God to be like, you know, damn well you supposed to be in this house.
Yeah, because it took a minute. It took a minute for us to leave because I had to be like, okay, let's go, and then we ended up.
As soon as I closed the door, I felt flush.
Yeah, and then we finally got there, and then it was closed. So I think we ended up. Yeah, she was fine. Yeah. She was actually happy. Yeah. And then I was like, let's go get some. I think we ordered food and then brought it back. Mm-hmm. Because she was just like, okay, this was too long. She wasn't ready yet.
I wasn't ready.
And it was a lot. But I felt like the second child was just different. Separation, like, I feel like you still have separation anxiety, like, a little bit with her, but it wasn't as bad.
Yeah, because the second child, she was too attached to me.
Right.
The other child, like, she was cool with, like, you know, dealing with other people. But, so the first child, I had a C-section. And that brought on its own traumas and tribulations. This child was completely natural, unassisted. And the kid was just, like, feeling me too much. I'm just like, bro, I need to go wash my ass. And she's like, I like the way you smell, Mom. And I'm just like, I don't like the way I smell, bro. How about I just pass you over to your father? Fuck that
nigga. She did scream. She screamed a lot. She just
hell no.
She did not like any. I feel like she just finally calmed down. Just like within the past month or so, she finally calmed down. But for a while,
wasn't until the day that I went back to work, she was able to, like, drink from a bottle. And, like, she would try it before, but she like that, and then once she knew that I wasn't going to be here for the day, she's like, well, I guess I can start drinking now. And she's like, this is good. I'm like, we've been trying to tell you this whole time. Well, I didn't trust you. I needed to fact check it real quick. I don't trust you out here. Where's my mom?
Like, oh, so I'm gonna bring it back for a minute because you said, like, after the first birth you had a C-section, and you said that, like, I remember during this time you felt extremely guilty that you didn't have a natural birth, and, like, I remember telling you, like, I get it, I know it didn't go as planned, but it doesn't make you any less of a mother. It doesn't make, like, you any, like, less of a caretaker, and it doesn't, and I don't think it's going to change the connection you're going to have with your daughter because you didn't have her naturally. But I remember you just going through, like, a whole mental thing.
My guilt wasn't because of the C-section. My guilt came from, I should have waited. I felt like I didn't wait long enough for my pregnancy to progress naturally. Mm-hmm. And I was just too busy relying on what people were saying in my ear, like, oh, she's going to be too big. Oh, this is gonna hurt, or I'm gonna make it easier for you. Da, da, da. I'm like, I didn't let things progress naturally, and I ended up biting a bullet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that, the whole delivery was fine. I mean, Taryn thought I was gonna die, but I knew I wasn't gonna die. It was just like, I wish that I was more present in my delivery, and I kind of just like took advantage of the low hanging fruit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I beat myself up on that, but I forgave myself. Like, I'm not in that anymore. Because that's the only way that I was able to move on to get to this point where I'm at, to actually have the unassisted birth and everything. I learned a lot through that whole progression, everything. But well, you were talking about how I wasn't myself.
Yeah.
I was in a dark space because I was so happy that Dakota was here.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, I need to make the most of every moment, because I'm never going to get this back. And then there's going to be a time that she's just going to be here and I'm not.
Wow. So you automatically went into like, well, what's going to happen when I'm not here?
Yeah.
Wow.
And like, and I know that there's growth, because now I don't cry. I used to cry every time I thought about that.
Aww.
Like, not like, I had to really force myself to be in the present and just like, oh, this is her first steps. But then I would automatically like, this is never gonna happen again. There's never gonna be a first time of this. I'm just like, Mel, like, chill the hell out.
Aww. So when you went back to work this time, like, how was it different? You just were able to just be like, okay, here you go, pass her off.
I feel like, and I don't like saying this, but I feel like it's like pressure from my job.
Oh, to go back to work.
I was just like, I know that they can't do anything. They can't get rid of me based on the fact that I'm on maternity leave. I was just like, I just need to come back here to set things straight, because there was just too much going on.
Right.
Without me being there, and like too many people trying to get into business that had no business of them getting into.
Okay.
So yeah, and the cool thing about it is that, I mean, for both jobs I was working in town,
Mm-hmm.
but this is literally my backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if anything were to happen, I could just, I'll be back.
Okay.
So I feel like I never really left, but I just wanted her to get off of me. And I was talking to my midwife. Shout out to Elena. She was like, this is the part of your life. This is the part of the journey that she needs to be attached to you. Like, she brought it back to, baby wearing in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
This is an extended amount of bonding that is pertinent for the girl's development and personalization, and not personalization, personality. So I just don't like being attached to people.
Gotcha.
Yet I'm in a committed relationship. Give me my space and I'll be committed to you.
So that being said, would you ever want to be a stay-at-home mom?
Hell no.
Why?
Hell no. I need to have my life. Like, I need to have that break. Taryn can be the stay-at-home parent. Sometimes I really wish I could be a dad. I think I would I'd be a better dad than a mom.
Why do you
feel like?
Why do you feel like you'd be a better dad?
I feel like I'd be a better dad than a mom because, like, I don't want to always be up and under my child. Like, I don't want to have to be like, oh, that's nice, honey, when I really don't want to. I want to be like, oh, I want to go get my drink. And then, and then just leave and everything will be fine, you know? Like, it's so hard. Like, because we were talking about this. The men, they can just leave and they don't have to do any type of prep work. Any prep work is just like helping out the mom, but it doesn't. Right. But the mom can deal with it. Mm-hmm. It's not like it's out of her capability of doing said things. Right. If I leave, all hell breaks loose. Well, where's her source of food? Where's her source of nurturing? Where's her source of blah, 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 blah? Like, dang. Dang, man. Why am I so connected to you? I've been cut off that umbilical cord. Dang.
So
Dad can choose to be, present or not.
I got you.
But like when women have kids, it's either you have an abortion or you put it up for adoption,
mm-hmm.
or you're just stuck with this individual for your whole life. Like the hell?
But there are some horrible moms out there.
Yeah, shout out to the horrible moms out there.
I'm just saying, there are some.
There are some horrible moms, and you guys need to do better in life.
But like, I feel like overall you do pretty well. So like, how do you feel like your life has changed though? Like, if you...
Now I have to think more.
You have to think... You sound resentful that you have to think more.
I was going from... So you would say that because you're so like always thinking. I'm used to just like, you know what? Do I want to have breakfast? Who cares? Now, it's like before I even think about me having breakfast, I have to go get are the bottles washed? Do I have enough milk? Do I have socks for them? Do I have enough layers for them? And now, are they washed? Did I wash them beforehand? Do I brush my teeth first while they're in the bathtub? No, that's neglectful. I have to watch them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm constantly... Taryn was just talking to me today. He's just like, Mel, why do you always do too much? I was like, because I don't know what the I'm doing out here. You think I'm doing too much? I'm just trying to do, man. I'm just trying to live out here. I just want to provide for my family out here. Dang, man.
So
you're making life too hard. Dang, man.
How do you think like your relationship has changed with your husband?
I don't have one.
So now that you have kids, your relationship with your husband is
I really have to start prioritizing. I'm like, did I hug my husband today? I don't know. When's the last time that I gave him a kiss that didn't have food from or throw up? Was I playing or was I being serious? I don't even know if I said hi. You know, this is a background. We have the most intimate conversations in the bathroom now. We be like going through it, like Taryn be in the shower and I'd be sitting on the toilet like, yeah, man. Yeah. It was before the kids even wake up. And then when Ro wakes up, it's on. Or sometimes we're both in the shower and we're having this deep conversation, wasting all types of hot water. And then we just hear, I was like, who's that? Mom. Like, hi, Grand Rising, Dakota. Go on the toilet. I don't want to go on the toilet. Like, you know you gotta go to the bathroom. Why is this such a fight? Why always gotta fight with me? Why is it always a fight, man? Like, just fucking do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it.
It looks like you're about to cry. Like, just do it. Why can't you just do it for 5 seconds?
Put your shoes on. I don't want to wear those shoes. God damn it, Coda. Just do it. Just put your damn jacket on.
I'm sorry.
Bro, stop putting your goddamn feet in your mouth. Now I don't have enough socks for you this week. Damn it. Why you gotta eat your socks all the damn time? Jesus Christ. But I'm doing too much. I'm really teary right now. Oh, God. All my bras have dried milk in them. God damn. I can't keep nothing ice in this house. can't keep nothing nice in this house. Everything gotta be touched. Damn.
Are you having a mental breakdown right now?
Fuck mom guilt. Fuck this episode. Just getting here. Daniel's like, you want to go at 9:30 or 10? I said, it don't matter.
You...
I just gotta get out the fucking house. It don't matter. Fuck the damn episode.
So
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna meet you there. Damn.
So with the kids, right? So like, wait. So
we were talking
husband,
about my husband.
Yes. So
who's
your
that?
Husband, though.
Who's that?
So you feel like you have no intimacy.
I have no. And you know what? It's me. It's me. It's not
you.
even him. Like it's me. And then like Terrence like trying to be the best dad he can be and still provide for the family and everything, but he get pissed off too and. He be like trampling on the side of, am I really abusing my child or not? Like,
right.
And he's not.
Right.
He's just, we got feelings. Parents have feelings too, y'all.
And
just do what you're told.
And you're so concerned about like messing up your kid. And I think that's another thing that's like a thing because it's like you want your child to have like their own independent thing, but at the same,
but they're stupid. They're freaking stupid. And then you think about it, like, is it my fault? It is. It's me. It's me. Like, I'm this stupid. I thought it was a good idea to go and, well, you know what? No, I can't take credit for that.
Are you regretting your life choices right now? Like,
I have no regrets. But this is why I don't reflect very long. There was one, I was thinking about this last night. I was like, we're going to have to talk about this. Oh, God. So, there's one night, he was like, you know what? We had a good day today, guys. We had a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go for a nice drive.
Mm-hmm.
So, we came back home because we were at the store. We dropped off the stuff. And I was like, hey, Coda, go to the bathroom. And then when we're done, go back in the car. We're going to go for a nice drive to just end the day right.
Mm-hmm.
We put her in the bathroom. And we're just chit-chatting. And then I start hearing swishing sounds.
So what happened?
I start hearing these swishing sounds, I'm like, Taryn, what is this sound? What is this? You hear water running? Oh my God! I said, Taryn, go get your daughter. I can't do it anymore. Y'all, she was playing in the toilet. She was touching her poop. I said, I'm done. I'm not a mother anymore. I said, I have to go to bed. This day is done. This day is done. I'm never doing nice things for none of you guys. Like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Oh my God, you're really crying. I can't.
I was so done. Like, I tried to keep my patience. And each step I was taking in that bed was one step out of motherhood. I said, I'm not mommy anymore. My name is Melanie. And I'm going to bed.
Aww.
And like you try so hard. You try so hard to be present with your family, but then your children have other ideas. And this is why I haven't touched my husband.
Oh no.
Because you helped me. You helped me make this. This was your idea.
Oh my God.
You wanted to destroy us. We had a good thing going. I mean, it wasn't always good, but it was better. You did this to us. You didn't exhibit self-control, and you impregnated me. And you thought that this is gonna be our big break, Mel. We're gonna make that Douglas family. I was like, yeah, let's do it. Douglas clan, like, yeah. Fuck that. My child was playing in poop and thought it was a good thought it was like fine, like, yeah, we're still gonna go for this drive. I wanted to cut her hands off. I was like, well, she's ruined. Sometimes you gotta throw the whole baby out. Does that make me a bad mom? Does that make me a bad mom because I want to throw my child in a dumpster and not look back?
Maybe for that moment, you just had that moment. Because there are times when you're really good.
God knew my heart. God said, Mel, I'm going to tuck you in. Put your headscarf on. Like, you don't have to worry. But just give it to me, and I will take care of it. So I gave it to God. I said, God, put your strength in my husband because today is not my day.
But there are times where you get along very well with your daughters. Like, I think there are times it's very cute. Like, I look at you guys and I'm like, oh, you guys are such a cute family. You don't want to hear that? Okay. Well, I'm gonna move on then. Like, how did you think your life has changed? Like, in terms with your friends, like,
oh my God,
since like having kids, like, has it?
You're like one of my main friends that I talk to.
Mm-hmm.
And I have another friend, shout out to you, Lo, that has she's going through it with her family. When you just add, you know what it is? When you go and add more people to, like, the circle that you established, like, you really gotta adapt because it's never gonna be the same again. And it could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, but you just know for a fact it's different now.
Right.
And oh my God, like she's learning how to deal with her family. She just had a kid. I think he's gonna be turning 2. And then my other best friend, shout out to shout out to you, Sancho. She's doing great things. She's living her best life. Like, she's out here doing it.
And do you miss, like, going out like that? Like,
I
don't feel like you go out as much anymore.
I don't go out. I go out. I like Target. I love Target.
Target's become one of your favorite places to go.
I mean, it always was, but I grew more of an appreciation now. Mm-hmm. Target, can you please sponsor us? Like,
Target, you just ask everybody.
Someone's gonna do it.
Okay,
someone's gonna do it.
All right.
I like, sometimes I like to spend time in Target.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
that's what I do going out. Sometimes I go to Starbucks if Taryn invites me. That's Taryn's secret space.
Okay,
Starbucks, come sponsor us. Maybe my husband will actually like watch our episodes if we get sponsored by Starbucks.
Oh my God!
This is paid sponsorship by Starbucks. Starbucks Brewers.
So what?
But yeah, I miss hanging out with my friends without thinking like I gotta get home at a certain time. Mm-hmm. Shout out to my other friend Bree. She knows what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. But her kids are older, so I'm waiting for that time. Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for that point that I can feel like they're self-sufficient enough. And that's why I don't want to have any more kids. Because I don't want...
I remember when you were like, if I don't have a boy this time, I'm just going to try one more time. So now you're done with that.
Mel was a fool. That Mel was a fool. I was just talking the other day. She's like, if I have another kid, it's got to be the grace of God, because I might have the capacity, but I don't think that I'm going to be present.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
It's just too much taken out of me.
Right. Okay. So, like, compared to... Okay, so here's the question I have for you. Like, we're go here. What is something that, because you talked about like tradition and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
you've been raising your kids like kind of differently. So what is something that like you were like, okay, I'm definitely raising my kids this way. Like, for instance, you guys are like plant based, and other people might have had like their input or inputs, and like, oh, why are you raising them this way? Or, sometimes they're like, give the baby some meat or something like that, or anything that's like that, where it's just kind of like, well, I'm gonna raise my child differently. Please leave me alone. Do you have any like issues with that?
Nope.
Nope.
Because I don't have any issues anymore. I want to be real.
Okay.
At first, it wasn't like with the whole like meat thing,
Mm-hmm.
because I already made that transition myself, and I already seen the benefits of not eating meat and taking out dairy and all that other stuff. So once I understand that side of it, I don't need to go back.
Right.
And it's easy for me to explain to people like, oh, why don't... Perfect example, we was in Starbucks, and this parent was giving this kid a cake pop for breakfast. I was like, what? I didn't say anything. I'm minding my business. That's the whole thing. So if you're going to try, like, I guess, an alternative lifestyle, I think it's best that you don't make yourself obvious, because there's going to be people talking and you don't feel like having to explain yourself to everyone. So, this guy was getting this kid cake pops for breakfast, and then I guess my daughter was like, "Can I have one?" I was like, "No." And he was like, "Why don't you just give your kid the cake pop? Like, let him be a kid." I was like, "What part of being a kid means that they have to eat cake for like?" I don't even eat cake for breakfast. Right. He's like, I said to him, I was like, "Oh yeah, my kid doesn't eat sugar." He's like, "Sugar? That's not a kid." And I'm like, "No, I guess not."
I mean, she eats sugar. It's just natural.
Yeah, she doesn't eat processed sugar.
Right.
I'm like, so?
Right. So
and my kid's not the one that's wilding down the street, not having control of her. At least my child knows how to control herself to an extent. That whole poop thing, I don't know what that was. I don't know who she was. That was a demon.
So, like, your grandparents or your mother have ever been like, or like any parent, family members or anything, haven't been like, well, why do you do this and not that, or why are you doing this and not that, or you should do this with the baby? And...
I mean, they've given me their opinion, like,
okay.
When you get sick, like, oh, why don't you give them some chicken broth and da da da. I hear it, and I just don't do it.
Okay.
I appreciate your concern, and I know where your heart's at. Like, I know that they're trying to help me and help the baby, but I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna do it and how I see fit, or I'm gonna talk to Taryn about it. Like,
Okay, so that doesn't really affect you. You're gonna do what you're gonna do anyway.
Yeah.
So you don't feel like too much pressure outside from being a mom. So you feel like most of the pressure when it comes to being a mom comes from yourself. Your inner self.
Like, am I doing the best job that I could be doing? I always feel like I should be doing more.
And what does more look like, though? What does more look like to you?
Like, more looks like I shouldn't be reacting so harsh to like little things. Like, sometimes I feel like I yell too much, and I don't want to. I want my child to have a personality, but I don't want to crush her spirit when she acts out of pocket. Like, what's an example? Okay, I shouldn't be so. I feel like I shouldn't have to be so critical of how she do things. If she gets it done, then she gets it done. But sometimes I feel like I'll act crazy because it's not moving as fast as I want it to. Like, for Thanksgiving, it took her like forever to eat her food, and then like she was playing with it and she dropped her fork one too many times. She dropped it twice. No, she dropped the fork once, and then she dropped food, and I was just like, I put her in timeout. I was like, you you're not doing what we came here to do. I put you on the table to eat your dang food.
So you feel like you lack patience or something like that? Yeah, when it comes to her. Okay. All right. So here's the other thing. So we're going to bring it up to like a positive thing. So what are things that you feel like you're really proud of, like in mom's, like in the mom sphere? Like, what do you think? Like, I'm crushing it. I'm killing it on this.
I kind of say like on the other side of things. I think that I'm very good at letting them be themselves. Like I feel like I could be doing more for letting them share out their personality, but at the same time, they are very good people. Like my child is kind, my child is caring. My child can speak for herself, but then at the same time, I feel like sometimes she's a scaredy cat. And I'm just like, no, just step up and, you know, be your true self. And I feel like a lot of the guilt also comes with, like, I don't think I'm representing that well. Because I don't always speak up when I'm supposed to be speaking up.
So sometimes you don't feel like you're the greatest example, but you try to be? Okay.
But I know that I'm crushing because I want to I want to be a part of my child's life. I want them to be better people, and I try to, you know, do things that reflect that. Like, I'm glad that my child was not even 2 when she knew how to use the potty.
Right.
And she doesn't use the potty. I will never use a potty. She goes on the toilet and she washes her hands and she flushes and she wipes herself. Effectively, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I think overall you're doing like a great job. I think, like I said, I was scared at first. I never could picture you as a mom. Like, it was just not something that I comprehended. It was not something that I was like, I can't see it for you.
But you know what's so funny? Like when you see me and you're like, oh, you're such a mom. I'm like,
she gets so mad.
I'm just like, what?
Every time I'm like, oh, look at you, you're such a mom. She'd be like, ew, like, don't say that to me.
I don't want to be one of those people like, let me show you what my child did today. Like, that's so annoying. No one likes your kids that much.
I like your kids a lot.
Yeah, I like my kids a lot too. Just not that much.
That is true, because you're like, oh, look at what Dakota, like, you gave it to me sarcastically. I was like, oh my god, is Dakota made that? And you're like, oh yeah, that, yeah, here. I was just like,
Dakota's gonna like look back at these episodes. I'm gonna tell you right now, Dakota, I throw out your artwork that I don't think is I throw out your artwork because I know you weren't trying. I know for a fact. I know for a fact that they just in the classroom, they be having like just a piece of construction paper, like, and they're just like, go to town, go and make a dog. Okay, that's a dog. No, it's not. That is just a paper full of multicolored noodles. That's garbage. That's garbage. I'm sorry.
And I was on the other side of it. I was a teacher.
Trash.
I was a teacher. And like, literally, I hated it. Like, they made us always do artwork for these kids. And I remember even having to do artwork with infants. And I'm like, what are they? How many parents pictures don't want this?
How many pictures are you gonna send home to my house of pictures of their hands and feet? Keep my daughter's shoes and socks on. I'm gonna tell you that. Keep my children's shoes and socks on. I don't need to have little cracks and crevices of paint in their feet. God dang.
Please say that louder, because I used to hate that. I used to hate
today's foot day.
I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what am I doing with these infants for art? I used to get yelled at all the time for not having enough art up. And I'm like, they're infants. Like, what am I gonna do with them? Like, nobody cares. Nobody
see the bulletin board. And like now, especially for like the whole pandemic, I've never even seen the inside of my child's
classroom now. It's like,
so it's probably gonna be great for the teachers.
Oh wow, I just thought about that.
Yeah.
Dang, I wouldn't have had to decorate my room at all. Nobody's coming in.
Well, I guess for the principal.
Maybe, I guess, so they can look at it.
Oh, Jesus. I forgot. I have my first parent-teacher conference.
Oh, how does that make you feel?
I was talking to my mom. I was like, Mom, like, I don't even know how to act in these things. Because I remember always being on the other side. And I was like, yeah, they're going to find out I'm not doing anything in class. So Mom was like, Mel, just act like, just pretend that you're interested, okay? Just do that. Just bring a notebook and pretend to write in it. I was like, all right, Ma, I got you.
Oh, your first parent-teacher conference.
First parent-teacher conference, guys.
Oh, that's so cute.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, what am I supposed to be doing? Like, they tell my kid isn't paying attention. I'm like, yeah.
She does that.
She does that.
She does that.
And I don't pay attention either. I was that kid. I was that kid in class that would just get up to sharpen my pencil after it was already sharp. Mm-hmm. I just need to get up.
So, do you see yourself in your kids?
Sometimes. Well, Terrence tells me, he's like, that's you, Mel. I'm like, huh? Yeah, I guess you're right. You're right about that. Some things I do see, like, okay, so we were on our way to Terrence's brother's house, mm-hmm. and Coda remembered how to get there. Mm-hmm. He's like, no, Mom, Daddy, you gotta turn this way. And I turned around. I was just like, that's me.
Oh, wow.
Because I know how, I'm very direction, like, I know how to get places.
You do?
Yeah, so I was like, she got it. She got it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to let you go on this, because, look, you got, like, mad emotional. I laughed at you most of this episode, which is fine.
I was laughing at myself.
You know, I've seen you on the side, but I don't know. I think that you're a good mom altogether. Like I said, I was shocked at first because I was like, there's no way. And I think that other people would like be like, oh, wow, like she actually shaped up better than we thought. So on that note, I'm not a mother. I've never been a mother. I've taken care of kids.
You'd be a great mom.
People tell me that. But
except for the fact when you said that, you know, after they turn 7...
Oh, yeah. I said once they turn 7, they're going to have some type of job. I don't care what type of job it is. They can have a lemonade stand. They can have something because they need to earn their own money.
I mean, I'm a firm believer in that.
Shoot, if they
But you're not going to kick your child out.
I wasn't going to kick them out.
I don't know about that.
I did kind of want to give them away, but no. No. I definitely was like, once they turn 7, I want them to be doing something, earning some type of money. If I want them to be little entrepreneurs, that's what I want.
Oh,
if that's what they want for themselves.
Another thing that I thought of, a proud moment when I first had Dakota, that the next day I automatically set up their bank account.
Aw.
So I gave them $1 a day.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. See?
I didn't do the same thing for Ro.
They always say the second child is different.
I'm going to do it.
You're going to do it. She's been alive for it.
Honestly, the only reason why I didn't do it, because, you know, my money situation was not working.
Oh, yeah. With the maternity. Yeah.
Fuck the government.
Oh, my God.
That, like, I wasn't getting paid for, like, 2 months.
For maternity
leave.
Yeah.
So maybe if I had a steady income, she would have had her account set up.
Yeah. Okay. You got it till the end of this year.
I owe you.
Yeah.
I owe you.
Anyway, I'm not a mother or anything, but I would give my advice based on what I know. Like, I feel like I've seen a lot of mothers, and one thing I always notice is like how guilty they feel about certain things, and like I feel like give yourself a break. Like. Mm-hmm. It's a lot, as Mel said, like a child being up on you all the time and stuff like that. And it's like the life you had compared to what you knew. It's like you're learning with them. It's not a matter of like, nobody just woke up one day and was like, I know how to be a mother or I know how to do anything. Nobody woke up. It's all a learning experience. So I say definitely like give yourself some grace in that. The other thing I would say is like make sure that you find some time for yourself. And your spouse, because I feel like sometimes people get lost in that. I don't know how you, like, maybe if you have to get a babysitter or something, just make sure you find some time to yourself, because I do always feel like there needs to have a break for the kids. And I'm going to go, that's going to be my last thing. Like, make sure you have a good support system, because one thing I know is I be looking at Mel and Terrence sometimes, I'm like, they need a break. And I'm like, I'll take the youngest. I mean, I'll take Dakota and, when the youngest one gets a little bit older, I'll take both of them because I know that they need that time for themselves or, whatever. So, yeah, just have a great support system so that you have that time so you can have time to yourself and take care of yourself. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of anybody else. So make sure you're taking that time for yourself. What about you, Mel, since you're the main person?
Literally, like when you were speaking, I was just like in my own zone. I was just like, oh my God, I have to go back. This is my taking time for myself. Like they're not even in the same town as me right now. And I'm like, I feel like I'm going to faint, but I'm actually like relieved. Is that weird?
Right.
Like I'm relieved and exhibiting anxiety at the same time. At the same time, like, all right, Mel, just do you know who you are? That's my takeaway. Mel, do you know who you are? Parents, moms, do you know who you are? That should be the real mom guilt. The mom guilt is neglecting yourself out here. Open your mind, yo. Like, really take that in. If you're putting yourself working out over capacity that you don't even know what you like to do when you're by yourself, you need to really think about that. There's some reworking that you need to be doing so that you can get back to what makes you you. And I felt like for the first child, I lost who that was because I was so involved in them and making sure that they weren't going to die. He's like, okay, Mel, they're not gonna die. Oh my God. Yeah, like make sure that you take some time for yourself and figure out who the person is now, because you're never gonna be that same person. Make sure that you prioritize your relationship, because especially if it's not built on a strong foundation, it's easy to get lost. You have to reconnect, and sometimes the other person might not be willing to reconnect because they've been neglected for so long. So make sure that you pay attention to the signs. And the third one, love your children. Love them not only the way that you wish that you were loved, but like, well, yeah, I guess so. Love them the way that you wish that you were loved. And then also learn how they want to be loved, because maybe your children don't like to have a lot of attention, or maybe they do require a lot of attention, and you got to understand their love language, and that's how you're going to make the family more wholesome, rather than taking just the traditions that you grew up with, or your partner's traditions that they grow up with. Like, really take the time to cater your family like in a more personal way.
I feel you. Aw.
Yeah.
Aw. I feel like
And make sure that you wash your kids' hands. Oh my God.
All right. On that note, we're gonna end the episode right now. Like I said, please follow us on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok.
I can't wait for her to listen to this episode. I put her all the way out there.
You did. Listen to
She
us.
deserved it. She deserved it. I'm sorry. Like I wasn't gonna keep that to myself, but I felt it in my soul. Y'all needed to be there with me because I was alone in that. I mean, Taryn was there, but
yeah, look, you had a moment. Oh my God. Anyway, please make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Allegedly Credible. You can always listen to our episodes. We're on all streaming platforms, and you can listen to us on our website, or check us out on our website at www.allegedlycredible.com.
mm-hmm.
Also, while I'm thinking about it, I have a collection on there. It's called Lady Faye Collections. You can check out my art and some short poems that I've written. And Mel is going to have a section coming up soon where you're going to hear more about her mommy chronicles.
It's a mommy's confessional.
Yeah, mommy's confessionals. And we're going to have that up really soon. Mine is already up. Hers is a work in progress. And then also you can what did I say? You can listen to us. You can do all that on all our streaming platforms.
Yep.
Watch us on YouTube.
Now, where can I find you?
Didn't I say that? Oh, me personally.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can follow me at Creative Lady Faye on Instagram and TikTok. I put all my artwork on there and my music and stuff like that. And you can also follow me on at Lady Faye 212 for my fitness journey. I post like what I eat, kind of like my workout routine, like my weight loss, how much I've been losing weight and stuff. So, what about you, Mel?
So, you can follow me at Instagram, mellow_supremo. You can also follow me on Facebook under Allegedly Credible. I'm actually going to. So I recently changed my name from Mellow Supremo to Mellow Supremo from The Main Chick. I'm actually going to be putting more of my hair later, my hair journey. Not my hair, but like I do hair. The Main Chick handle is I guess a waiting period before I can use it again. I have 14 days to do it. So look out for that. And I think that's and thank you. I just want to say thank you to our studio that we've been using for the past 3 episodes, A Shared Universe. It's been great. Shout out to Ming, shout out to Mike, shout out to Christian, our other engineer. They're great people, and if you ever want to, maybe start a podcast, this is the place to do it. And their rates are great, and they're friendly people. And if you're ever in the area in Red Bank, go to A Secret Stash, because that's how this whole thing started.
All right, guys, have a good one.
Bye.